Ever heard of Kempo Karate? Nah, it's not your everyday karate dojo flex. It's the street-smart cousin of traditional martial arts. Blending fluid strikes, lightning counters, and real-world survival tactics, Kempo might just be the most underrated system out there. So let's break it down and see why this forgotten martial art,
Kempo Karate Explained, the forgotten martial art,
deserves a comeback. And trust me, the story gets wild. Kempo Karate didn't just pop up overnight. Its DNA goes all the way back to Chinese Shaolin Kung Fu, then passed through Okinawa, and eventually hit Japan, where it evolved into a unique hybrid. Think of it as martial arts fusion food, taking the best flavors from different systems and cooking up something original. Unlike rigid styles that stick to a strict playbook, Kempo thrives on adaptation. It's part philosophy, part practicality, and all about survival. That's why old masters referred to it as a living art, always changing with the times while never losing its essence. And the fact that it influenced multiple styles later on shows just how ahead of its time it was. Crazy to think this blend existed centuries ago, right? What separates Kempo from your average karate chop isn't just the moves, it's the mindset. While most karate schools focus on katas and rituals, Kempo puts emphasis on adaptability. Its philosophy: use what works, ditch what doesn't. That kind of recognize real energy resonates with modern fighters. Instead of just training to look good in tournaments, Kempo warriors prepared to defend themselves in chaotic, unpredictable situations. The art encourages fighters to think fast, stay fluid, and read the room like a chess master. It's less about trophies and more about survival, discipline, and living with purpose both inside and outside the dojo. That kind of mindset is why Kempo feels almost ahead of its time. Now here's where it gets juicy. Kempo Karate isn't stuck in one lane. It mixes hard karate strikes with Kung Fu's circular movements, plus a dash of joint locks, throws, and pressure point tactics. Imagine a fighter switching from a powerful straight punch to a flowing palm strike, then instantly transitioning into a takedown. That's Kempo. It doesn't box you into a single rhythm. Instead, it teaches you to flow like water, but hit like a hammer when needed. This variety is why people call it the chameleon of martial arts. It can adapt to almost any opponent. Whether you're facing a striker, grappler, or brawler, Kempo gives you tools to level the playing field. Seriously, it's like martial arts multitasking on steroids. Kempo training ain't your typical push-ups and kata recitals. It's designed to condition the body, sharpen reflexes, and develop that fight-ready instinct. Drills often include rapid strike combinations, partner sparring, and self-defense scenarios where you react under pressure. Flexibility is huge too. Students learn how to snap from soft to hard movements in an instant. Plus, there's an emphasis on mental conditioning. Kempo fighters are taught to stay calm under stress, control their breathing, and keep their head clear even in chaos. That blend of physical and mental grind makes Kempo students feel ready for both the ring and the streets. Imagine walking into practice and knowing every day is survival mode. That's Kempo. So why is Kempo Karate forgotten if it's so effective? Well, here's the deal. It never went mainstream like Shotokan or Taekwondo. It didn't have Olympic backing, flashy uniforms, or big-name marketing campaigns. Instead, it stayed kind of underground, practiced in smaller circles by those who valued effectiveness over fame. But just because it's not trending doesn't mean it's irrelevant. If anything, its low-key reputation kept the art authentic, unwatered down, and closer to its roots. Many modern MMA fighters unknowingly borrow from Kempo principles because its mix-and-match style is exactly what combat sports are built on today. And that low-key mystique? Honestly, it makes Kempo even cooler. Here's the kicker. Kempo isn't about pretty moves. It's about what works. In a street fight, you don't have time to set up a perfect stance or think about form. Kempo teaches explosive counters, vital target strikes, and strategies to escape or neutralize threats fast. Pressure point attacks, joint manipulations, and quick takedowns are all in the toolkit. And let's be real. Self-defense isn't just about fighting back, it's about surviving and going home safe. Kempo's practical edge makes it one of the most reliable arts when things get messy in real life. Plus, it teaches situational awareness. You learn to spot threats before they hit, and that's half the battle won. And because it blends speed, timing, and instinct, Kempo students often react faster than their opponents even anticipate. This isn't theory, it's battle-tested survival tactics. It's raw, real, and ready for anything. Unlike most karate schools that stick to bare hands, traditional Kempo also includes weapon training. From sticks to knives, and even improvising with everyday objects, Kempo warriors are taught to see weapons as extensions of their own body. That mindset builds creativity in combat. You don't freeze if someone pulls a weapon on you, you adapt. And in history, this made a big difference. Farmers and common folks who couldn't carry swords could still defend themselves with sticks, ropes, or tools, all thanks to Kempo's adaptable weapons curriculum. Even today, training with weapons boosts reflexes, timing, and hand-eye coordination, skills you can use whether armed or unarmed. And learning weapon flow also teaches range, distance control, and how to read your opponent before striking, giving students a massive tactical edge. It's basically like learning another language, but with deadly moves. If you think Kempo's just about fists and kicks, think again. Mental toughness is baked into the art. Students practice visualization, meditation, and breathing exercises to build clarity under pressure. Because in a fight, panic is your worst enemy. Kempo teaches fighters to flip the switch, calm when they need to be, explosive when it's time to act. That discipline translates outside the dojo too, shaping confident, resilient individuals who carry themselves differently in daily life. It's not just about throwing hands, it's about mastering yourself. And the mental edge, it also makes Kempo fighters adaptable. So why should we care about Kempo today? Because it's the perfect balance between tradition and practicality. It teaches respect, discipline, and philosophy, while also giving you the tools to actually defend yourself in real situations. Plus, with the rise of mix-and-match combat systems, Kempo fits right in. It's basically an OG version of hybrid fighting. If more people tapped into its principles, we'd see a new wave of martial artists who aren't just fighters, but thinkers, strategists, and survivors. Kempo isn't just forgotten, it's waiting for the spotlight again. And the coolest part? Its adaptability means you can merge it with modern MMA, self-defense, or even parkour-style street tactics. Kempo is timeless, and its lessons are still relevant today, maybe more than ever. On top of that, its holistic approach builds confidence, creativity, and situational intelligence, making it not just an art, but a lifestyle. Anyone serious about fighting, survival, or personal growth can benefit from Kempo's legacy. So there you have it, Kempo Karate, the hidden gem of martial arts. Not flashy, not mainstream, but real, raw, and powerful. The question is, if this forgotten art resurfaced today, would you step into the dojo to train it? Think about it. This is the art that could change the way you fight, think, and survive.